Back here on College Football Pregame, presented by FanDuel. We got Beanie Wells, Damian Harris. I'm Emily Proud, and we are getting you ready for a huge matchup. You see the two teams behind me here. A lot of state pride on the line when Miami travels to Tallahassee. Miami already taken down South Florida, already taken down Florida, so the Sunshine State Championship on the line. This rivalry, though, has brought us a lot of great moments throughout the years, but how about this photo? We see Danny Kanell there at the bottom, but there's some other legendary figures there. We got Ray Lewis, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in this. I'm only assuming if Danny's running down the field that this play did not start very well for Mr. Kanell. But if you want to check out what happened at the end of this play, Danny, you're more than welcome to tell us how this play ended up. But I'm really excited because look at who we have here. Michael Irvin is joining the show.
Make that tackle. Did you want to make that tackle?
He did not get involved on that tackle.
Take it away, Danny.
Oh, Emily, we are having a blast out here, and the show just got that much better because we got the OG, we got the playmaker in the house, Michael Irvin, one of the greatest Miami Hurricanes of all time. And, you know, B-Mac and I were talking earlier, we're kind of pacing ourselves. You know, we lost our voice a little bit last night, so we're, like, starting a little bit slow. He's not starting slow. He's ready to go already. Yes.
Already ready. And I love being out here amongst the enemy like this. I'm wearing my overalls, and you see what that says, Green Tree Made Me. That's where we put all the work in, because we're about to put that work on y'all head. That's what we got.
Hey, Irvin, man, you were talking to me and DK off camera. The last time you were here in Tallahassee was 1995, and our very own Danny Kanell was playing in that game. You had opportunity to talk to the fellas then. But talk about being here today, and what does it mean to you?
Well, it's everything. You guys know, and I talked about this on my YouTube channel and stuff, like how I see this, right? Because we're all from Florida, and we all hang around and be around each other, and the schedule has set up so perfectly, and you guys just happen to be the last bit of what I call family business we need to take care of. We have whooped everybody's butt in Florida, except Florida State. And when we finish taking care of y'all tonight, then we're going to turn our attention to the rest of the country.
So I know how it was for me and B-Mac. There's the rivalries, right? You got Florida, and you got Florida State and Miami. For me, for the Gators, I couldn't stand the Gators. They always talk so much trash, and they had zero to back it up. But for Miami, it was a lot more respect because you guys had been there. We were trying to be you guys at the time. We had 0 natties at the time. Do you think it's similar with the other schools in the state of Florida? Is it where we can all at least agree that we can't stand the Gators?
Well,
we can agree on that, can't we?
In Florida, yeah. I can't agree with you on that. And I'm going to tell you something also, though. And I call it family. Because remember now, I left Miami, Dion left here, Emmett left in Florida, and we ended up in Dallas together. We used to always talk about that. This is our team. This is the Florida team. So it's family because we're around each other a lot. But it's nothing like these rivalries. And we've had so many great games that were decided by a field goal here or a field goal miss there, and that's what makes it a rivalry.
When you look at your career at Miami, of course, outstanding career, one of the best Hurricanes to ever do it. But in this rivalry, what are some of your fondest memories for you when you were playing there?
Well, to this day.
I had to ask the question.
You know,
yeah. I know which one it is.
Great set. Let me tell you, even now to this day, talking about that 73-yarder that we won that I ran in '87, basically win that game, and that picture of me is showing me going across the end zone, right? And they got a picture, and all the kids in the background are. And I can't tell you how many kids have come up to me and said, "That's me right there as a kid. You ruined my childhood with that play." You know, showing me them in that pic. So that was the fondest memory. Of course, you guys were up 19-3, and then we came back just in that great fight. That's my fondest memory of the ride.
There is no doubt this is one of the best rivalries.
And seeing Bobby Bowden.
Yeah.
I love Bobby Bowden.
He's the best.
I saw playing. Let me just tell y'all that right now. I saw Bobby Bowden, I don't know how many years later, and he still remember my mom's name. Yes. I said, "Bobby, you should have recruited me heavier." Because he was just, I just love him, man. He's an icon, man. He was an icon.
He was, man. He is an absolute legend of all time. When you look at this rivalry, one of the best in the sport, it's the first time we've both been in the top 25 since, it's been 11 years, since 2014, since the last time we played in the top 25. Question I have for you, it's a question Miami gets asked a lot. Mario's been asked it this year. Is the U back? Or do they have to win tonight to show they're back?
Well, you have to win tonight, but it's not absolute like it used to be in our day with the new system that you have still with the avenue of the playoffs to still get to a championship game. But you got to win tonight because of the rivalry, because of how big this is. And I love the message it sends. I love the message it sends right now, that college football back. I think when we get Miami, Florida State, and Florida back up and running, that's the best college football right there. It just seems that because we're the best down here. So I'm excited about that, and I think that says a lot of things. As far as what we're talking about, Coach Cristobal has talked about it, because these kids are different than what we came up in. And we have to start talking to them differently. It's not the U being back like we used to be. It's now their time, and they have to take it and push it and make it theirs. And that's what it's really about. So it's their time, but the U's back to winning like they used to win. We won't say it's back to what we had.
When we look at the game tonight, what has to happen for Miami? Because you follow the team through and through. What has to happen, from your personal opinion, for Miami to come out on top?
Well, it's what we have to do every week, and we have to start with running the football, which starts with what? That old offensive line. And guys like Elias Cooper has to step up, man, and lead these boys. And on the offensive line, on the defensive line, you got to stop the run, and you got to get to that quarterback, and he can move around. Guys like Ruben Bain, he has to lead the group. I'll go to those young guys and say, hey, your boys ready? You got to get that line ready in all phases of the game. I don't care how great you can catch a pass. One thing I used to always do with Miami and Dallas, I went to my offensive line. But do you know, hey, man, we go and you go. I need 3 seconds. Somebody got to get that quarterback 3 seconds to get my job done. So it's all about, that's where the games are won and lost. We got gifted skill players, but that battle between the trenches are determined to be.
When you look at these games, you look at these programs, it is filled with legends, like Hall of Famers. They got gold jackets all over the place. For Miami, I need you to give me your Mount Rushmore Miami Hurricanes. It's tough because you only got 4. I know you'd want to put about 40 up there, but you only got 4. Who's going up?
It's so hard, man, to pull out that. I see a Ray Lewis jersey.
He's got to be, right?
Dude, you talking about a Jerome Brown. Jerome Brown was the baddest man in the world. And Coach told me when they were recruiting Jerome Brown, he was talking to his dad in the garage. He was fixing on a car, and the car fell off the bricks. And he called Jerome and said, JB, come down here. He came down, he went and lifted the car. Coach said, I put the contract on you.
Sign right there.
Right now. We've had some phenomenal. I'll tell you who I would say should be even up there. Alonzo Highsmith.
Yeah.
Oh, people don't talk about Alonzo Highsmith as much. But Alonzo Highsmith was a bad boy. And you got Ed Reed. God bless him, R.I.P. Sean Tate.
Yeah.
But so many great players. Not to even mention that dude they call the playmaker.
But we know the playmaker is going to be on there.
Yeah, he's got to be on there.
And so with that being said, you played against Florida State 3 times. Unfortunately, I have to say you were undefeated.
Well, unfortunately, went before that. Let's say that the right way. I never lost it. That's the way to say that.
So, if you had to put together your Mount Rushmore of Florida State players you hated the most.
Oh, and to put the word hate is another thing.
Because they just annoyed you, or they were hell on the football field.
That's another hell of a list.
Who would be on that?
Prime's got to be on there, right?
With time, my best friend, I love him to death, brother. You know I love you, man. I'm pulling for you. I know you're in Dallas right now, getting ready to play. But when I'm putting Dion up there, you got D. Brooks.
Stud.
Man, D. Brooks up there. Hey, man, who else would I throw up there? Now, I am going to get in trouble with. Any farther I go, I'm a surefire with Dion. And dude, Jameis Winston had a hell of a career here.
Yes, he did.
Warwick Dunn, you guys could never tackle him. Warwick was the man.
Because of the work he's done even off the field and putting families in homes and stuff. I would put a Warwick Dunn.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones. Yes. Shade Tree.
The beast, man. So, we and that's what makes it so great. We have so many great athletes that you know and you're around, man, that comes from both schools.
All right, so you had a moment that went viral a couple weeks ago. You had that crank. You were cranking that thing. You were going. So what was going on that night? And is there anything you can do tonight that's going to match that? No, you better not. That ain't coming. What's happening tonight?
This siren thing, they just started that this year.
Yeah.
Right, cranking the siren. And I saw Coach Johnson do it the first game. I was like, hey, when did they start that? When is my turn? You know what I mean? When is my turn? And then when I did it for the Florida game, I was like, I'm gonna break this machine. Everybody, Lamar Thomas, they all came, don't you break that machine? I gotta get out there. So everybody's getting pumped up to crank it. Yeah. That's what I like. And it brings people in that stadium. When I walked out last week, man, I saw it was raining, but the stadium was still packed.
Yeah.
I love that for these young men to see stadiums like that because it says, oh, the people believe in us.
Yeah.
It's nothing like we walked in stadiums like that all the time.
All the time.
When we played. Yeah. So seeing that was incredible.
Yeah. But the siren will not travel. It won't be.
No.
We're trying to figure out how to get the siren and dope. We're trying to, and we're trying to figure out how to get our own hype video played before the game in dope camera.
That ain't you know what, Playmaker? We want you to really enjoy what a real college experience is.
Yeah.
Because you know down there, y'all have an Airbnb for a stadium. You rent a stadium. So you don't have an on-campus stadium. You don't get a chance to experience this type of college football life. So while you're here, we're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure you're good before the battle starts later tonight. Because you don't get a chance to experience this at the Airbnb in Miami Gardens.
I don't. And this is incredible. Like when you talk about it, man, it's in the morning and they're starting to pack in these places and it'll go through the whole day. You know they'll be ready by game time.
Yes, sir.
All the readies that ready can get. So, it'll be talking noise. I see all that chalk. That's the one thing I do remember here. That chalk will bone kill.
Yes, it will.
When you were down 19-3, and that chalk,
it'll get you every time.
It makes your bones.
And then you hear it all night long. You're trying to go to bed. You still hear it in your head. Last one, we'll get you out of here. Give me a score prediction. I know where you're going, but what kind of game you think we see?
No, it's going to be a tough battle. It's going to be a tough battle. And I was telling some of the guys last night, these kinds of games, especially on the road, like you said, right in the home of the enemy, you have to be ready. You have to be ready, especially early on, because you're going to get everything they got. But if you withstand that first quarter, after they give you everything they got, and they look up and the score's still close, they're going to start saying, whoo, man, we just gave them everything we got, and they still right here. And then you commence the rat-a-tat-tat from the tail. That's what I'm saying. So you got to withstand that first wave and get ready to settle in for a tough, long, hard-fought game.
It's going to be fun, man. Cannot wait. I see you bringing the energy. Yeah. Don't stop it all night. We'll see you out there. Emily, back to you guys. I hope you can match this energy. I don't know if you can in studio.
I don't think anyone can anywhere. It has nothing to do with studio or not. That is unmatchable energy from Michael Irvin. So excited that he was on the show, and I'm glad that we got a little bit of smack talk in there. I feel like that was just a very respectful and cordial conversation.
They were brother-in-law in it.
Oh, for
they
sure.
were brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
It's much worse not than that on camera.
Danny starts off with, we can all agree we don't like Florida, right? He was just trying to ease it in there, but B-Mac got some smack talk in there.